Oh, beautiful. So welcome everybody. Luanne here. I wanted to bring on somebody who has actually been in the process of going through the scientific hand analysis certification. And I want to say hello, big hello to Anita Weeks. Hi, Anita.
Hi.
Awesome. And you're coming to us live, well, when you're watching this, from New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, Anita, I want to ask you just a couple of questions here today. How did you, what happened and what made you kind of join the certification? And how did we meet? I'm not even, I think you were just on a live series like we are now, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I was on the web somewhere and I came across you doing an offering. I think it was at the Goddess Circle. Yes. And talking about how you work with healers, and healers never put themselves out there, and and there was just lots of stuff in your words that sort of resonated with me. So I joined your 5-day live thing, and at the end of it then we had that free call, and at the time I was adamant I didn't want to go anywhere with anything because I'd been there, done that, wasn't part of me, wasn't what I wanted to do. So we decided to do a hand analysis reading, and then after the hand analysis reading, I don't know, I just got a hit that I was supposed to do the hand analysis course. And at that point, I don't even think you'd put anything together. And I said to you, I'll be your first customer if you do that. So that's pretty much how that all came about.
And you followed the breadcrumbs, as they say. It was like, there was the signs. And then I know you're highly intuitive because they read your hands. And so you got the hits then and actually listened. So the first invitation wasn't quite right. And then this one came along. Okay, in there. So, well, what was one of the things that was going on in your life to make you do that? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, what was happening? I mean, because I know you're a professional woman. You've got a family. You're busy. Going on.
Yeah. I guess even though I didn't want to go down the business route of putting myself out there again, I was feeling stuck and unfulfilled. And I don't know, just something about the hand just resonated with me, and I just felt like I needed to just do the course. And I had no idea why I needed to do the course, but I just felt like you just got to, whether it's because you're going to be doing it at the end or there's something that you need to learn. So I just trusted in that. And I also used my pendulum as well. My pendulum gave me a big yes.
I love that. I love pendulum work. Awesome. So then what's been one of the biggest ahas that has happened for you? Because it's been like 7 months now, hasn't it? Almost, so you've been in it, dive deep. We've had a look at your own hands, your family members and all that. But what's been one of the major ahas for you learning doing this work?
The biggest thing for me, I think, is that it took me on a journey that I wasn't actually expecting to go on. And I've done so much. I thought I'd done a lot of work, but then I've done a hell of a lot more over the last 7 months. I feel like I've just been bombarded with everything from, shadow work to this and that, and then finding out something else. And just loads of books have been thrown at me, including the ones that, you've recommended, the Goddess ones and all that. It's just been, and I've just learned so much about myself. And I think I've done that whole wave, I've had really good times, I've had really bad times. I've wanted to give it up. I've wanted to go forward. I still, at this moment, don't really know how it fits into what I want to do. But what it has done is it's made me realize that I have a gift to offer, and that it's completely and utterly selfish of me to sit on that gift and to not share it with people. And I think previously to that, I was offering my gift to people in a day-to-day way, because I'm all about empowering people. And I think what I learned most from my hands was I'd never seen myself as worthy of anything, but from looking at my hands, it wasn't worthiness that was my problem. It was I felt disempowered. And that's my huge lesson. And it's also my life purpose as well. And I can now, I mean, I'm getting gooses as I'm talking.
Yeah.
But I now recognise that that is what I should be offering to people, is to help empower them to become the true, authentic self they are. And I feel like I have so much to give, not just in my gifts, but also in my journey, you know, because I've done so much stuff. I've done so much work on myself, and so much of that needs to be shared with people. Yeah.
Love that. Wow. The goosebumps was there. But it kind of sounds like this is really helped you take action on everything, because you're so gifted. I mean, I knew that as soon as I met you, and then just seeing it in the hand and getting it, you know, verified almost, right? And just went, well, I'm going to do it, right? I'll do this. So I've put in here, like, I'm going to share your website, but I know since we've been working together, you've changed jobs, and you said something before, like we had a private conversation just before. So can you share what this new job, because not everybody takes hands and just does this whole big healing business. Some people come in for the transformation, their personal work. Some people have careers and they put it in there. You're kind of doing both. You've got this amazing website, plus you've got this career happening. But what's the new career? You said something about values, which is interesting.
It is, yeah. So I'm now working for the Department of Conservation. So before, I was working for a roofing manufacturing company. So although the family themselves had great values and really respected the staff and the customers, at the end of the day, everything was still about money, and everything was inconsistent. And I was like dying inside. I just felt so unfulfilled. But now I'm actually working for a cause, you know, and it just feels, it's more part of my values. So I feel completely whole when I go to work every day. But in the role that I'm actually doing, I'm actually working with other people, and I'm helping to empower them to empower other people. So part of my role is part of my life purpose. So although I'm creating the stuff over here, setting up my own business, which I really didn't think I was going to be doing, but the hands have actually given me the clarity to know what it is I actually want to offer. And what I want to offer is empowering people. And it's as simple as that. You know, it's always been as simple as that. But I've just cladded it with, you know, oh, you've got to do it by cards, you've got to do it by Reiki, you've got to do it by crystals. It doesn't matter what the modem is. It's about what the action. And my son always used to, because he's helped me with my website numerous times, and he's called me flaky in the past because he's asked me for my elevator speech, and I couldn't give it to him. And now I can. I'm very, very, very clear on what my elevator speech is. And it's really simple. You know, it's just a couple of lines, but it just says exactly what it is that I do. And I didn't have that before. Yeah.
It's massive clarity. And then, you know, I've like when you do this work, you're looking at it, it gets verified, and then you're like, well, how do I do that? It doesn't matter about the how as such, like you just keep moving forward. And I love the way you've weaved everything that's in your hands, right? Because it is like when we first did the reading, you know, it's this trailblazing leader, right? This trailblazing leader in the spotlight, because we did gift markings on one of these, and you've got a ton of gift markings, and I can see each piece that we're going to put this one in here, like the Apollo star being seen was a big one for you in this respect, but not in the leadership role. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Neptune stars that just make you hold space and things like that. So, I love that. Yeah. And so what do you think, you know, if somebody's thinking about joining the program, like what would your advice to them be?
I guess my advice would be trust your intuition. You know, if it feels right, then do it. And it doesn't matter what the outcome is. What matters is just trusting and just beginning the journey, because you've got no idea where the journey is going to take you. But what you can guarantee, that if you trust your instinct, it will be always for the higher good of you. Yeah,
I love that. So, well, thank you, Nate. I want to just show everybody. Can I show them your website? Because so this is something that's still a work in progress, but it's up. It's being seen. I'm just going to show. So it's interesting what you've called it, right? So where can we find you? Where can you see is it on the screen here? Your beautiful website? Yep.
Yeah. So it's, neatvalues.com.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody calls me Neats. It's just my nickname. And values to me are really, really important. And I think that's part of my Libra in me as well. I love that justice. And then I made up a little acronym for the NEAT, and it's just notice every emotional trigger. So
wow.
Yeah.
You need to trademark that, by the way. Right. Wow. And all this. And so, for if people, who's your kind of ideal person you'd love to work with?
So it's women, and it's women that feel very lost in who they are and what they're about. So women who want to find their power and they want to find their purpose. And a lot of my journey has been around, empowering myself. So letting go of all those things like alcohol and certain foods and all that sort of stuff that holds you back, and finding out the reasons why you're doing all that stuff. And I think that's where, I feel like that's possibly where that direction is going to start heading. But who knows? Who knows? It's the very beginning.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I thank you for your time today, Neats. It's
You're
amazing.
welcome.
I love working with you. Like, the group's amazing, like they support each other, and just the bouncing off, and sometimes you'll find things like, oh really, and then I could see in your face like, well, yes, but the way is not to, don't meet it with resistance, like welcome it, and I think that's one example that you've done the whole way. So
well, I can only thank you for coming into my life, because you've completely and utterly changed it and turned it on its head in such a short amount of time. In a good way.
I love that. So see, we can feed each other's purposes, right? I love
exactly.
It. So thank you so much, Next, for being here. I really appreciate it. And if you're thinking about joining the certification, just reach out. Beautiful.
Cool. Thank you.